And Mr. Speaker, just to give you an example of what goes on and how the oppressive nature of Obamacare, a socialized medicine proposal that decides what kind of policy we can have and what kind of policy we can't have. Now, that's a constraint that I just can't abide in a free country. If I want to buy a health insurance policy that has a $10,000 deductible, I want to do that. That's my business. If I want to buy a policy that has a 50% co-payment for the first $1 million, I want to do that. That's my business. I don't need nanny state telling me what I can and can't buy, but they do. And now they've concluded, as of a notice that came out today, that every health insurance policy in America that's approved by the federal government, that will be every one that you can buy under Obamacare, shall cover contraceptives, no co-payment, no charge, except it gets averaged across everybody else's premium. Contraceptives now will become, by edict of the federal government, a component of everybody's health insurance policy under Obamacare. Now think about that. We have people that are single. We have people that are past reproductive age. We have priests that are celibate. All of them paying insurance premiums that cover contraceptives so that somebody else doesn't have to pay the full fare of that. And they've called it preventative medicine. Preventative medicine. Well, if you apply that preventative medicine universally, what you end up with is you've prevented a generation. Preventing babies from being born is not medicine. That's not constructive to our culture and our civilization. If we let our birth rate get down below the replacement rate, we're a dying civilization. And right now we're about 2.1 babies per woman. 2.1. That's just the replacement rate. That's all it is. And Teddy Roosevelt wrote about that, and it isn't committed verbatim to my memory, but he said that any race that doesn't care enough about itself to reproduce itself will essentially become extinct. And he said, I, for one, will not lament their loss, and I shall welcome the advent of a new generation, a new group of people who will care enough to have their own babies. And now we have a federal government that has not just subsidized contraceptives, but has written an edict that every health insurance policy will include contraceptives because they consider it to be preventative health care. Now, none of us would have health to worry about if they prevented us, would we, Mr. Speaker? That is just, it is bizarre, it is Orwellian, it's not even counterintuitive. But that's an example of what's going on in this country today, and one of the reasons why we have to reverse the political power that's in the White House and in the Senate.